think we're good. Let me sit down. Yeah, I think... No, my voice should be good. My voice should be good, I think. Oh, you're much louder than me. At least based on that thump, or whatever that was. But... Well... I believe we have a few minutes to wait still. How's it feel being 22?
Weirdly old? Let me explain. I didn't really ever consider that I'm in like the second fifth of my life until I turned this age. There's something about it being a strangely adult number.
Yeah. That makes sense. Huh. Yeah, that is kind of whack. Like...
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, I don't want to think about that, quite frankly.
Well, that comes from me thinking too much about the afterlife and fearing oblivion and all that shit like I did senior year of high school. My life was changing rapidly and I couldn't help but think very dark thoughts during that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wrote a great poem about it for Miss First now, so that worked out.
Yeah. That's good. I did mark my channel as not for mature viewers for this stream. So I suppose we'll try to keep the intense language down tonight, but that'll be okay.
That's gonna be your prerogative.
Yeah.
Think of the most Christian way possible to say everything.
Oh yeah.
Instead of oh fucks.
Meanwhile, I tweeted yesterday about how Colonel Sanders is modern day Jesus Christ. So that's very Christian, you know.
Oh. Honestly though, I think
Honey? Where'd you go?
I'm posting something. Give it a minute.
Oh, okay. Posting something, like... Oh, that's good.
There it is, general discourse.
Oh, sure. I'll have to check that on my phone. Well, I'm glad. I sent someone a thing. They just made a tweet for the first time in a little bit, just saying they're not doing well and they're gonna delete Twitter. And I was like, I think it'd be kind of weird to make a conversation with them, but I just sent them a message just saying, hey, I was just thinking of you the other day and just was hoping you're doing well and sorry to hear they're not and just hope they do get better. And they saw it, reacted to it. I'm like, yeah, makes me feel a little better. So. That's basically the response I was looking for. Just a simple response, so.
Is asking who it is too personal?
For the stream, probably, yeah. But yeah.
Wait, you're streaming now?
Yeah. Yeah, I already started. Sorry, I guess I didn't make myself clear. Yeah, we already started the stream, yeah. That's why I became more awkward.
Is it a good or bad thing that I can't tell the difference?
Probably good. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting tweets right now.
Okay. Oh! No, I can imagine so.
I do have the code on screen, which is good. I'm assuming you're the viewer right now?
I guess so.
We got a few minutes before we can start racing, but that's okay. That is a-okay. What did I think I did, we're just gonna race until we're kind of like, yeah, we're good, you know? I felt like that would make sense. So, rather than be like, this is a set amount of races and that's it, so. And also another thing is, the side effect of having to zoom in the screen, the switch screen, so that it will actually, like, show up right on the TV, is that it doesn't show up right in the recording app. So I had to, like, take some time to fidget it into the right spot, which was kind of annoying, but oh well. Should be good now.
I realize you're the only person in the world who calls me Shauno.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I just figured, I was like, I don't know what to name this thing. Shauno B-Day.
You've called me that before, and for some reason it reminds me of Beano.
What's that?
The name Shauno reminds me of Beano, it's just one letter away.
Ah, no, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Hey, go Pete!
Oh, yeah, I haven't gone that far yet.
Wait. What am I spectating? I don't think I did this right.
Wait, you're spectating?
There's no way I did this right. Let me restart.
Well, the other thing is that the tournament hasn't officially opened yet, so... It might just have you spectate until it's actually ready, I don't know. I don't know. I might need to... It's like almost 8 o'clock, right? Just about 8 o'clock. Oop.
We may have somebody participating.
Do we have a... Is someone just in the play?
Well, considering Gideon H just signed on.
Oh, nice.
Maybe we could even move into your other Discord if that makes a difference.
Yeah, we can maybe do that, just depending on, how things go. I'm honestly not looking at streaming for like a super long time tonight. I think just an hour or two. I don't really want to go forever, so if that makes sense. I think I need to like get off the online thing. What? Can I join now? Yes, it's ready. Okay. Goodness. I have played Mario Kart 64 many more times recently than I've played this. And that's
It's
a little sad. Huh?
not a statement I was expecting.
Yeah. See, going over to play at the twins' house, they all kind of actually enjoyed, I can't even think. They actually liked playing battle mode a lot. Which is kind of surprising, but...
See that. Let me tell you. Well, I guess I already told you this, but playing through Mario 3D All-Stars, the amount of relief I felt blazing through Sunshine and Galaxy in comparison to the awfulness that was 64 is really something for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have 63 stars at 64, and I'll probably go back at some point.
Mm-hmm. So you haven't beaten Bowser yet, right?
Well, no, but I beat him in the DS if that counts.
Ah, yeah. Darn, I can't read chat from here, but I see people chatting.
It's Plasma Cube. He was a recent fan of mine, and I'm glad to see that he's finally tuning into these.
Nice.
Not that we do them the most often.
Yeah. Well, it's a little unfortunate that people are only going to get my perspective, because, you know, they're going to be coming for yours, and they're going to get mine. And I'm playing really well right now, so...
So far, Plasma's probably the only one who doesn't have this game.
Oh, darn. Well, we are glad to have you here in chat, for sure.
He hasn't joined yet, so that's just my assumption.
We're glad to have you here no matter what, though. And same with you, Gideon. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge you yet, but...
Thank you for the wishes. I've gotten a lot today from a surprising amount of people. Like, the backup pianist for my college choir, she messaged me. I was like, okay.
Huh.
Well, I was a teenager in my older vids. I started, when I was 15. Like... I'm trying to remember... I just turned 15 with those first couple ones, but preschool shows I was 16.
That's crazy to think about.
It's the perfect age for me to record something edgy like that. Who knows? I may go back and make a best list someday and show some genuine appreciation for media.
The Red Shell connected. I don't know who's in first, but...
The video itself isn't 6 years old. I uploaded it October 12th, 2015. No, 2nd, 2015. So it's 5 years old.
That didn't work. That definitely didn't work.
I guess it kind of surprises people. Even Zach is like 1 year younger than me, and I look to some people like I'm my older high school years at best.
Yeah, I mean, I that's kind of crazy that you have been doing it for so long on YouTube.
Yeah. On and off, but like I said, like I always say, I've always got ideas. Whenever I pound them out, it's up to me. I'm coming up with something. As soon as I get proper hardware down, which should maybe take a couple weeks at first, I want to work with something involving a Pokemon from my top 10 favorite Pokemon list we collaborated on.
Yeah, I did appreciate your tweet today, referencing it. That was kind of
Yeah.
funny.
That was the cake that they made for me.
Yeah, that's really nice, actually. Like,
You know what's funny? It reminds me of the ancient card, and that's why I like it. But go on.
No, so who did make that cake?
I'll get to your question in a second.
Sure.
Mother always makes cakes. Like she will go out of her way to design something different every year. It'll either be me giving her ideas, or she's done a couple musical instruments in the past, like a piano, guitar, and violin. Other times it's been Pokemon I like, such as a Scorbunny, Popplio, among some others. My thoughts on Generation 8. Let's see. If I had to put it in like my 8 favorite generations list, probably be like number 5, maybe towards the lower half. That being said, I think that people are completely beyond over dramatic, personally, about the number of like videos that you will see on the front page about how it completely destroyed the franchise and we should all be angry constantly because of it. It's, to me, is really overdoing it. Like, these people that make 6 videos on the same topic. Now, I can see where people might be disappointed by, like, the main game length itself was very short to me. I enjoyed the DLC for what it was, and I expect that they're going to be expanding on the wild areas in the future, be it adding trainer battles or whatever. But regardless, I enjoyed the game most of the time, even if you couldn't necessarily go out of your way to explore some places, or maybe the plot wasn't dove into as much as it could have been, such as older characters stopping you from doing whatever it was they were doing. I don't know. I just really liked that it kind of felt like people were with you a lot of the time, and that everybody was constantly talking about the tournament. It felt a lot more alive in that sense, that like almost every NPC you'd be talking to in the city would be like, I lost my train of thought.
No,
But point being, I like this community.
that's like a different perspective than I've heard before, honestly, Sean. Because you know I haven't played Gen 8. I haven't played Pokemon pretty much since Gen 4. But that's a really different perspective on Gen 8. Just like shining a positive on the, as you said, the trainers in the towns. Like, I've never heard that talked about, that they all feel more alive and like they're genuinely people, you know? I haven't heard that before. Huh?
Yeah, because they're all talking about the tournament for the most part.
Yeah. That's really interesting, because I know that like a lot of the original point of them in like the first generation is to be subtle little things like explaining mechanics of the game and such throughout your journey, and they've kind of grown in a way, you know. It doesn't just feel like, oh, I'm just a signpost, you know, and now I'm actually genuinely someone who's gonna tell you something cool. So
yeah, I don't know how many people are still here, but I don't actually agree that Generation 7 did it either. I wouldn't say the franchise has been destroyed at any point. Maybe in 6 it was refocused to a more casual sense of things. That kind of had to do with the transfer to the 3DS in general. I know everybody complains about the absurd amount of dialogue that was in Generation 7, but I think by the time Lily leaves you, to me that felt like a genuine bond, even if she was stopping you a lot of the time. And I guess people's other biggest issue about Generation 7, but this kind of applies for 8 too, is just the linearity of the region, and I don't really have much to say about that. Kind of felt more linear at times than others, I suppose. I guess it's just that I focus more on the battle content and how I'm doing with my training more than other stuff like, well, like the amount of exploration that you can do is always a plus, but at the same time it's kind of glorified when people look back, like the branching path in Johto that you can do. Like, oh, you can challenge Price 5th and Chuck 7th. Like, that's nice and all, but literally, why would you ever do that? It just doesn't make much sense to me.
I mean, it's just meant to be like an option for more experienced trainers to play the game differently, but at the same time, a lot of people aren't genuinely going to sit there and play the game like enough times to really warrant that being used in a real run, you know?
I suppose.
But the option is nice, you know?
And it makes sense given the god-awful level scaling that Johto has.
Yeah.
Feels more like it excuses it, honestly, but I'm not one to talk about the way people should think. Favorite generation is 5, and I agree with you in that sense. I don't know if 5 is really my favorite. It's great at being a reboot. I wouldn't really call it a reboot, personally, because it's hard to explain. It's just like, I know that they still focused on a lot of stuff from before that people liked in the competitive sense, especially in the sequels by bringing back all the gym leaders and stuff. So it is a great new take, even if it's not a reboot in the most direct sense. Favorite Super Monkey Ball 2 level? I didn't... Are you, like, a genuine fan of the series? Are you talking worlds or stages? Because I can be as specific as the stage that I like if you want. That answer being Conical Slider. I'm really good with sliders in general, so the fact that it's just this cave, this banked curve that gets super narrow, you can kind of mess around with it and get a sense of mastery while you're going down it. And it's just awesome at the very end that you go into a wormhole and then just do this bounce like all the way across the level onto a circle. It's not too frustrating either, and I always feel super cool when I play that stage. But my favorite world is probably Siliconia from Step and Roll, which as a game I think is underrated as a whole. Step and Roll is a really nice visual and audio experience, if you ask me. And Siliconia is like really the only time we've seen a tech-themed level other than the Robot Factory. But in the case of Siliconia, it's more of a tech/future-themed combination. The purple theme is really cool too, and I just love the background music for it. Plus it's way harder than the rest of Step and Roll. Oh, so your favorite level is Coaster. I agree with you on... I definitely see why you like it. That's like the first level that's really expansive. Scale. Didn't get past Entangled Path, I don't blame you. It's a really strange level. It makes sense once you know what you're doing. If you had to explain to someone what they're supposed to do, I think their first reaction would be, what the heck are you talking about? So yeah. And the green goal looks easier than the blue one, which makes it pretty strange. It's another level that feels cool when you can beat it, though.
Sean, I think for context, for this, for goodness, I am so bad with names, and it's partially that I haven't been looking at the screen because it's far away, and I apologize. But Sean, you got me Super Monkey Ball Deluxe on Xbox for Christmas.
You're announcing it now? Yeah,
So,
we're planning streaming it, folks.
yeah. That's gonna be nice. I think I'm gonna try and play it a little more casually, just for the sake of like, I mean, you know my fuss as a gamer, but I hope that people can enjoy someone who's never played the series before just fumbling and fumbling.
I see the video. that was super crazy to me. The one problem with it, though, honestly, is that when comparing the difficulties of the two games, he shows like a Banana Blitz level from World 5. That's only like halfway through the game, so it's not really the best example. Besides that, I never thought I'd see such a dedicated fan, so I really appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, it's up to us to decide when we'll be watching his playthrough. I'll probably invite Gideon into the Discord so that he can co-commentate with us. Maybe we can even voice over the cutscenes. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
The reason
Go ahead.
The reason I picked Deluxe is so that it's easier for him to only have to beat 10 stages out of the 20 that you need. I think it'll make for a much smoother experience. Obviously the massive amount of content. Okay, your turn.
No, sorry to interrupt you. Just from the sounds of what you're saying, that does sound better for me. Yeah. No. Go ahead.
When I say this means that he won't have to clear World 410, those of you who know what I'm talking about, it'll be a huge relief. And it'll make things much easier to not have to sit him trying to beat World 410 over and over. 4-6 for that matter, that level could suck it.
Whoa, okay. I have my headphones on to play the game and such so that it's not bleeding through into my mic. And some of the sound effects are legitimately coming through only the one side. That's actually super cool. So I'm hearing like the thwomps pound down on my right ear only. That's actually really cool. I actually appreciate that a lot.
For context, every level and the difficulty rating on the developer's part is pretty off sometimes, but it's on a banana scale from 1 to 10. In World 4, you get 2 levels, one of which is 9 out of 10, and the other being 10 out of 10. So when I say you don't have to clear either of those in Deluxe, just be relieved.
That's good to hear. Oh,
They're way out of place.
That was a good bob-on from Gideon.
Yes, I do have a Discord. We may potentially link it when we have free time.
We really should try and use. I mean, we have a server for like doing stuff with people, but we've never really used it. So we should, you know.
Now that we finally have the chance to, we're not even on it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's just my fault, because I thought other people from the game night server would want to join tonight, just for like, oh, Mario Kart sounds fun, but I think they're all just kind of busy and not the normal night and such, so. So who knows, we might move over there for all I know.
My favorite console? I have no idea. 14-year-old me who was overly nostalgic about everything would say Nintendo 64. At this point, it's just iconic and really my favorite.
I just got pwned. Hardcore.
Yeah. Trying to think. But I would have said the 3DS for a while, because there was a surprising amount of content on there that I just adored playing through. think it was a really fresh experience that we needed before they transitioned to the Switch. I just finished playing Detective Pikachu on the 3DS, and that was an experience I loved, honestly. It's
Really?
mostly just interacting with people to figure out puzzles, and it can be really simple. Really, some parts are unusually obscure about it, but it's absolutely worth playing through, even though it ends on a cliffhanger. But if you haven't seen the movie and you're interested in the game, I recommend playing the game before seeing the movie, even if they're not necessarily connected. I have seen it, would probably, even I've also seen every Pokemon movie in general, it would probably barely crack the top 10. I like everything about it that they tried to do to give it a more mature, refined, and visually popping experience. Besides the fact that it's them trying to make the series as connected to our world as possible. And yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't keep the game's voice for Pikachu in the movie, honestly, because he did a really good job.
I'm sorry for the payback, Gideon. I will admit, you deserved that win last match. You got me pretty good there at the end.
The skill of people in Mario Kart doesn't even surprise me anymore. I can imagine how much Cyclone would be wrecking us if he were here. Cyclone, if Plasma doesn't know, is somebody I've just like known pretty much my whole life. We grew up in the same states before I moved across the country.
Okay, that was worth it. I'm fine with that. Ah!
Join Mario Kart? You absolutely can.
Oh yeah. I never really explained it. There's that code at the bottom left of the screen is the code for Mario Kart. For anyone else watching too who would like to join. You can just go to the online tournaments, yeah, if you don't know, but yeah, should just be able to type in that code, and you should be able to get in. No! No! Come on, come on, come on. Don't do this to me. No! No! Come on, come on. All I want is first right now, please.
Well, that's not being selfish.
Dude, I got hit by so many things at the end of the match. I was like, please.
I don't have Switch Online. That's not a problem. I mean, concept of it was kind of strange when I first heard about it.
Yeah, oh, I have to renew the family membership, I think, pretty soon here. That might be like, I don't know. I'm playing online right now, which means it hasn't stopped yet. So I don't know. I'll figure that out. All I know is Andrew already paid me to be on the family membership, and then I don't know what else I'm gonna do, but
Andrew, the guy you all might have seen in my videos like once.
yeah.
Actually, two of them. He was in minigame castle in Bowser Land.
I think if I'm trying to think. If we ever do get to record Mario Party again with like the classic game night group, that's gonna be so nice. And you know, just making another video out of it, that would be really, really nice. And
Super nice.
not even like necessarily, I don't care if we get like, I guess what I'm thinking is like, I almost want to like try a couple times until we get like a really good match, and then just upload that, you know? And then like, people will genuinely know like this is the good one, you know? I can't stress enough that when I was with the twins and Autumn the other day, a couple weeks ago, when we played on Spiny Desert in Mario Party 3, that was a chaotic match. Fantastic match of Mario Party. Just thinking about it. Everyone except for Austin was like in this constant running for first place. And there were just magic lamps everywhere, and the gimmick of that board is the Mirage Star. So there's like a fake star at all times on the board. And yeah, that was a high scoring game. Like Austin had 1 star after getting gypped so many times. And then the rest of us had like 4, 5, 6 stars each. So
I wonder, is it normally a high-scoring board?
I know that most of the Mario Party 3 boards are actually kind of low-scoring, so I think I could see Spiny Desert being being probably the best scoring board out of all of them in Mario Party 3. So, like, for example, Deep Bloober Sea is not very high-scoring. What's it called? I can't even think.
What's the snow?
What?
What is the snow course? Chilly Waters?
Chilly Waters. That one's okay. No, but like Creepy Cavern, that one's not very high scoring. No. That one's pretty bad too.
Nothing will hurt me like the day that they brought Nintendo 64s to our high school, the cafeteria, and people had no concept of the console. So upon playing Mario Party 3, they made statements such as, "Why would you want to buy an item? Z button, what's that? Am I supposed to get stars?"
That's disgusting.
Literally another guy sitting next to them was like, "Of course you want to buy an item, they help you!"
Oh my gosh. What year was that, Sean? Because I know that they would do that for like homecoming every year. What
And what it was, 2016? Possibly?
Okay.
That reminds me of karaoke night when you and some other guys sang Barbie Girl.
That might have been Fox, who I sang Barbie Girl with. That was terrible.
Like, you had no concept of, like, the dialogue in it, so when the words "I love you, Ken" popped up, you were legitimately shocked.
Dude, that's... Goodness gracious.
I like to start each verse with a different type of... Sometimes it sounds like she's saying "Bama Barbie Girl", sometimes I like to say "Obama Barbie Girl", sometimes I say "Alabama Barbie Girl", it depends on how I feel.
Oh no, I'm about to get fireballed. I'm struggling to think because I'm playing.
I can't think while playing video game, that's too hard.
No, I missed. Wow. I think this is just representative of my general cognitive decline. of the last few years, because I let's be real. I pretty much have had a cognitive decline since high school.
You have? I think you've just gotten more expressive. I wouldn't say like you've come down with Alzheimer's or something.
No,
Apologies if anyone knows someone with Alzheimer's.
no, no, if I need to be smart, I'm probably not gonna be smart. But maybe in terms of being like, yeah, creative and like being, it's really weird, you know. I feel like I can be myself more so than in the past, but at the same time, it's... You think I've been more expressive?
You've definitely been more yourself, honestly. I mean, when you look back at the ways, especially in the earlier years of high school, you just seemed more, oh, hello, it's me, I'm a meme. But now it's like you using your personality to your advantage, doing crazy stuff, especially making things that sometimes make no sense whatsoever to me.
That's fair, yeah. I mean, I think part of it too is that having, you know, a few years apart for us where we just didn't like have any communication and such, and so then then coming back to that, then, you know, meeting each other again, and I feel like it took a bit, you know, to get comfortable in the friendship again, but like now that we're at that point, it's just it's casual, and I'm very casual to everyone now. I guess I'm comfortable with it. Also JRPGs.
Other than, if you count Final Fantasy III on the NES, that's like the only one.
I'm still thinking about how I have poor Final Fantasy VII just sitting there on my Switch. I've played 2 hours of it, and other than that, nothing. That's a shame.
Smash fans will be upset about that, but I'm not.
I think I'd really like to stream Final Fantasy VII, or that would be a good game to record, I think, in some form. And just the reactions and such. Like, obviously there's, like, the big moment that, like, you really can't be a gamer and not know that moment. But,
yeah.
I feel like there'd be a lot of small things that would be kind of exciting to, like, watch and see the reactions of throughout the game. And just having, like, the right people around to record that could be, like, really interesting, you know?
Doesn't surprise me that you say 6 and 7 are your two favorites, because that's probably what most people would say.
Yeah, that's what I've heard in general, too. Like, I think of, I don't really watch him too much anymore, but, like, Nintendo Capri Sun, I know he loves 6.
A different feel, which is interesting. Like, you wouldn't think that the 6th installment in particular would be one that breaks everything, or like breaks the ground, so to speak, but it really does, and so does 7 with that 3D transition.
Yeah. How many discs was 7 originally on the PS 1?
Was it on 4, or am I crazy?
I really think it was 4.
3 discs.
3 discs.
I kind of... Funny enough, I might be interested in some of the older Final Fantasies just because I like the idea of Black Mage as a character. I really like playing him in Smash Flash 2, so I'd be down to look into his origins. one of the games I'd stop playing after 15 minutes because I'd go, this is too hard and not as innovative, and I'm bored. That's why I actually really want to play. If I ever play Earthbound, I would want to play Beginnings just as much, actually, because it's a very unique experience, despite some people having next to no tolerance for its absurd difficulty at times.
Wait. Wait, did you just say if I ever play Earthbound? Sean, wait, I thought you played Earthbound a lot growing up.
No, I talked about it a lot, and I know a lot about it, and I respect the lore to the point where if I had to list most memorable games overall for me, Earthbound would probably be very close to the top, the whole trilogy.
Whoa.
I've seen Chugga Conroy play all of them.
Whoa. That's stunning, because I can, like...
I just love...
I can so clearly remember you talking about Gygas. Like, way back.
He traumatized me as, like, a youngin', a 10-year-old, and I didn't put him on my disturbing, my childhood fears list, because that's not a dumb fear at all. Many people were afraid of him. I would totally play it on the Wii U to respond to what you just said.
Is it on Switch Online yet?
I don't think so. I say Wii U because my 3DS has too much on it. Because I'd like to make more use out of my Wii U in general. Anyway, yeah, I went from being traumatized by Gygas to actually really sympathizing with his mother one backstory once I found out about it. So it's like I had a roller coaster of emotions towards him, and that's why I consider him to be a really fascinating villain in general.
Sean, I'm formulating another idea in my head right now. Okay, so I just remembered one of the times I was over at the twins' house, Austin casually is like, hey, do you want this thing? One of our friends gave it to us, and we just haven't had any use for it. And they proceed to pull out an SNES Classic. And I'm like, whoa, okay. Yeah, they just had this thing sitting around with the controllers.
This is going, I have to be good at an RPG while I'm streaming it. That's what this is telling me.
But no, I don't know if we'd necessarily stream it, but like that would be really interesting, you know? Just
Certainly would.
that night, I showed them Super Mario Kart, and they were just like, wow, this is garbage. And
I had a math teacher in college who said it was the best one.
Oh, that's a strong opinion, and
nostalgia.
Wow. Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, the best one.
It ends in Bowser Castle, may I remind you.
Like, what I can appreciate about people who love Mario Kart 64 is most of them are like, hey, I love this game, but I know that a lot of it is nostalgia, you know? And that's a thing that comes with loving the Nintendo 64 in general, you know? But
I'm gonna say what Plasma posted in a second. Continue.
oh, sure. I've been trying to check chat in between messages. I mean, in between races, sorry.
What were you gonna say?
No, I don't know. I think I kind of finished my thought, honestly, but...
He says, my college prep biology teacher said his favorite controller was the Power Glove.
I like that.
Red, stupid on my part. I threw it way after he crossed the finish line.
That's funny.
it's super rewarding if you can figure that controller out. In that sense, it's likable. I think it'd be weirdly therapeutic if I got myself to regularly play through Earthbound. And like defeating Gygas alive and saying that I overcame my childhood fear would be that'd be pretty nice.
I almost feel like we should keep up the legacy of this SNES classic that just keeps shifting between hands. And I should be like, Sean, take it and play Earthbound on it.
Right, maybe I will. You know, I actually... well, I guess I mentioned this in my Paper Jam Comics video, but I did talk about Gygas in Paper Jam at one point, and I made him a character. But you would know that anyway if you've seen the video, because in later books, he used his Mother 1 form.
There is a video out... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I have a lot to say in response to Plasma. You should talk.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say... I remember that I didn't finish watching the Paper Jam video when it came out. And honestly, I'm not sure if it's because I, like, fell asleep midway through the video. Because that's a thing I literally do all the time. And that video came out quite a while ago. So...
He fell asleep while I was over at his house watching Simple Flips.
That was funny. Like, I remember I mentioned it to someone and they were like, what? And I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, you know, come to think of it, I don't know what Sean did for like those, like, that hour or two or whatever. I don't know what Sean did.
You know what the super funny part is? I was just like wandering around the house, like mildly infuriated, like, how dare this man? And by the time he texted me, where did you go, LOL, I was taking a dump. Straight up.
I don't know how you dealt with that. I'm like, that was so stupid of me. Like, I just got comfy watching Simple Flips and then, like, passed out.
The whole day you were like, I'm tired, I don't know what you want to do now, why are we here? We were trying to make music together or something.
Yeah. That's my idiocy for you, though. Oh my god. That's so dumb that I did that.
Yeah. The thing about the Gygas fight is totally the music to me. Besides the fact that it's totally pitch black and you're in like the end corner of the game, it literally feels like you're standing on the edge of the universe, and he takes up the whole screen and all that. With like the faster shifting later phases. It's totally the music. If you study music theory and you look up like atonal or unusually made music, I think people should listen to the various phases and just like think about what the heck was going through their minds. I think they'd really appreciate it because it's super unusual. The whole thing is unusual. I actually, even stuff that has melodies like Pokey Means Business, it's honestly all masterfully composed. Like, from the point where you enter the Cave of the Present, the Cave of the Present before it becomes the Cave of the Past, and you hear like, is it Les Marsals, the French national anthem? Like, reverb and all that. It's so weird and unique to me.
want to use that mushroom.
Badger, badger.
I haven't gotten any coins yet. I can go for the coin item. I can't believe I want the coin item. Ooh. This is chaos. In just the best way possible.
I've been in the top 3 for quite a while now, so let's jinx it by me saying that, shall we?
I'm not getting top.
I was in first for a while too.
Oh no! I ran into a bomb.
Second, baby. Yeah. I can summarize what you just posted there in my head, and I do know the backstory, which is super. It's weird when you think about it. Like, it's not even a representation of the of what he thought was a. I was checking to see if the word rape was used in your summary, just so I could be certain that I can say it on Twitch. What he thought was a rape scene at the time isn't necessarily what's represented by the visuals. But his reaction to it, which is even weirder, like illustrating your reaction like that is odd. And even if you can see some of his thoughts through the dialogue, like it hurts and so on, yet it still works for what's going through Gygas at that moment. He's been completely dismembered with the overpowering of psychic abilities and all that. And it's, I don't know, it's just how could he possibly have turned from the blue Mewtwo-shaped body that he had in the previous game to that? Though if you look at it upside down, it does kind of look like how he would have looked in how he did look in Mother 1. You can see the ears and stuff, but after that, it gets all, like, spirally and out of shape and whatnot. So it just... It makes me wonder if he wasn't traumatized by something, how he would have made it look in Earthbound. I don't know. Like, I could see taking the Mother 1 image and distorting it a little bit with, like, red effects and all that, maybe more of a plasma-type body. It's just so strange. And I don't think anybody who had played the previous game was expecting such a thing.